Work out with me 3 weeks postpartum. Now, this week I am going back to the gym, but just doing light upper body movements and also just getting back into a solid routine. And the other days I'm not going to be in the gym. I am doing my postpartum prep and really focusing on transverse abdominal work. Starting this workout with some deep belly breathing as baby takes a nap and of course Leo joins in. What I have found is that as long as I feed baby before the workout, he pretty much sleeps through the entire thing, which is a godsend. Next, we have some seated marching in place. This not only is going to very lightly work our core, but also work our hip flexors, making sure that our hips are nice and stable before we start training legs again. Next, we're doing vacuums. This movement is definitely something that you'll need to practice often before you feel like you're doing it efficiently, but you'll breathe the air all the way out that you can see here. I'm squeezing my core nice and tight before I am sucking in and tucking my pelvis and really focusing on drawing my belly button to my spine. And then we're slowly letting that air back into our core and repeating this movement to really start building up that transverse abdominal wall and making sure we are repairing any diastasis recti and any ab separation that happened during pregnancy. Next, we're moving on to glute bridges. In this glute bridge, you want to make sure you're pushing through your heels, really focusing on that glute engagement and that core engagement throughout this movement. Here's another glute bridge variation with a pillow in between your knees. Again, articulating that spine, focusing on those glutes, but squeezing the pillow at the top as well, which is going to help you engage that pelvic floor, especially if you're somebody who has a hard time with that mind-muscle connection of pelvic floor. Now moving on to a modified version of dead bugs. Now normally with dead bugs, I would straighten out my leg at the bottom of the movement, but as you can see, I'm just tapping my toe, allowing me to work my hip flexors, but also have a little bit of light core work, really focusing on the control of tucking my pelvis and squeezing my pelvic floor throughout this entire movement as well. I'm putting the full workout with the reps and sets in the description, and that will wrap it up. Every single week, I'm going to be making the workouts a little bit harder depending upon how I'm feeling. But again, the biggest focus right now is recovery, especially in my core, my pelvic floor, and my hip flexors, so that we can get back into a solid routine in the gym. Stay tuned for next week's full workout where we actually get a weight training workout in.